The girl witnessed her mother being killed by a hitman, but she remained unusually calm. The hitman didn't stop there. He then killed her father, yet the girl showed no fear until the hitman sat down in front of her. In fact, the girl had already prepared. When the hitman let his guard down, she pulled a dagger from under the table and nailed his hand to the desk, then rushed to the bathroom and escaped through the window. She hid beneath the platform so the bullets couldn't reach her. Then the girl put a chip in her mouth. This was exactly what the hitman wanted. She leaped from the wall into a car, with the hitman in hot pursuit, so she directly dove into the sewer as the enemy fired wildly at the sewer entrance. They would never imagine what price they would pay for letting this girl escape. The escaped Catalia arrived in Chicago and found her uncle there. In that moment, she finally broke down and cried. The next day at dinner, her uncle asked what she wanted to be when she grew up. She replied, "A hitman. One day, she would avenge her parents." 15 years later, two police officers were eating in their car when suddenly a sedan crashed into them. A drunk and glamorous woman stepped out. She was pinned down by the police, and a necklace around her neck was revealed. She was the little girl from years ago, Catalia. The police took Catalia to jail, which was exactly what she wanted. She planned to assassinate a prisoner that night. At night, Catalia put on a black ops suit, skillfully picked the jail cell lock with a hairpin, pushed aside the wall-mounted monitor, then grabbed a coffee spoon and a glass of water, heading to the electrical room. First, she opened the ventilation vent, wedged the spoon in the electrical room switch, then pierced the water glass to start a timer. Finally, she climbed into the ventilation shaft and waited by the spinning exhaust fan. When the spoon filled with water and dripped onto the wires, the prison's power instantly failed, and the fan stopped rotating. She seized the moment to crawl through. Just then, the police guarding the prisoner entered the restroom. Catalia suddenly appeared behind him, kicking him to the ground. She then dragged the unconscious officer to the prison door, forced the enemy to take off his shirt at gunpoint once inside the cell, shot him dead, and fled quickly. When the police heard gunshots and rushed in, they found only a confused colleague holding a gun. On the rooftop, Catalia encountered pursuing police. She flipped over the edge of the building, clinging to the railing outside the rooftop to evade capture, and returned to her cell to change her disguise before the police room inspection. She successfully fooled everyone. The next day, FBI Inspector Ross arrived in Chicago. By the orchid drawn in lipstick on the victim's body, he deduced the killer was a serial offender. This was the 22nd victim. It seemed the killer was trying to make the outside world understand something through this pattern.